Good day, it's Brian Tarian from the Disability Digest here today to answer some questions about Social Security disability benefit reviews and terminations, benefit terminations as a result of the continuing disability reviews. So the categories of questions that we're receiving are: why would they terminate my disability benefits? Why haven't I been reviewed? Who are they reviewing, and what can I do to protect my benefits from being terminated? Okay, so just to preface this, 2 months ago they released the Biden's budget, and it's a $14 billion budget with I forget the exact amount, but like 1.7 billion of it is allocated towards continuing disability reviews in the integrity program. And so what that means is they're taking a large amount of money, reviewing a large amount of disability recipients, the highest amount ever, would be around 20% of all disability recipients annually, to see if they are still qualified for disability benefits in their opinion. So the reason why they're terminating these is, in their opinion, you no longer qualify. Whether you're right or whether you're wrong, that's what you need to be prepared to deal with. So why haven't you been reviewed? It could be that you're up for review in like 2 or 3 years from now and it hasn't come around yet. There's very few award letters that I see now that have no clause for being reviewed. I'm seeing people that are even in their 60s, 63, 64-year-olds that are being reviewed. And typically the older you are, the less likely you are to be reviewed, but I still see that happening. So I don't know, really, is what I'm saying. It's like you don't know when you're going to be reviewed. So the best thing you can do is to be prepared for a review. But what I am seeing is categories of individuals that they are reviewing, and those that are most likely to be reviewed. So let's look at it this way. If you have a condition that is call it a temporary, or a condition that you can recover from, maybe you had a stroke and you have lost your mobility or your speech, but through physical therapy you can get that back, and it's going to take you 12 to 18 months, and you're in your 40s, chances are that you are going to be reviewed because there is the potential for recovery there. Same for a condition like cancer that can be treated, or knee replacements is another one. Versus somebody that has a chronic lifelong condition like MS or lupus or something like that. So those types of conditions I've also seen, and I'll put this link below the video, that segments of our population, like cystic fibrosis, there's been an increase in those that suffer from cystic fibrosis. And CBS News did a media piece on this, and I'll put in the show notes below this. That's something that you might find interesting to check out. Okay, so those are the common questions that you have. Here's what I encourage you to do to protect your benefits. And this is based on my 16 years of doing this, 173,000 people that we have here, and looking at my knowledge of this disability process. First of all, understand the rules. Everybody was assigned an award letter when you were approved. And in your award letter, it has the rules that you need to follow. Most people have thrown that, started celebrating, yeah, I'm approved. You can still have access to this, I believe, if you go into your My SSA account or contact Social Security. But the general criteria is this. It's the same rules, really, for keeping your benefits as it is for getting approved from the treatment perspective. So you need to have, to continue to qualify, you have conditions. They're being treated by a doctor, and those conditions are not improving or haven't improved so that you can do any type of work. right? So if you have permanent conditions that, don't require treatment, then there would be an exception to the rule there, like if you're blind, for example, and there isn't any possibility for recovery. But other conditions that require treatment, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety, PTSD, conditions like that, require ongoing treatment. So make sure that you are following your treatment plan. If there's things in your treatment plan from your doctor that you do not want to do, like taking medications or physical therapy is making you worse instead of better, then you need to communicate that to your doctor and say, hey man, this is not working for me. Can we call it a day on this and put it in my notes, say I tried, but it aggravated this or that and made me worse, and so I've got to stop, right? Treatment, number one. 2, earnings. You are allowed to work and keep your benefits. I don't see any connection between people working and disability reviews. I don't see that. But here's the thing, you need to stay below the allowed amount. There's so much confusion with what the allowed amount is, but there is only one regulation, which we cover consistently on this channel and for members here. So make sure you're aware of that. At the time of this recording right now, if you're approved for disability, you can earn up to $940 a month and keep your benefits. You can do that every month for as long as you want, though that's the rule. So treatment 1, keep your earnings low, is another. There's a lot of things you can do in addition to the treatment piece. Like most of you are on Medicare Advantage plans, and they have a fitness component to it, where you can either go to a fitness facility or have an in-home fitness component. And doing that, documenting that, showing that you're making an effort to get better, it's just something that you can do on your own in addition to all of this. That would help. But what that is going to do is that's going to help you build evidence in the event that you are reviewed. It's not going to prevent your review from happening. So you likely, based on the numbers, will still be reviewed. So what do you do if you're reviewed? Need to be prepared for it. I gave you the steps. You're going to receive a first letter that they'll send you that's going to ask you about your doctors, treatment, and information, usually over the last 24 months. That's round 1. And then you'll send that in, and they might make a decision on that. I've seen them make a decision on that, saying that simply you don't qualify anymore, or it just goes away. Hopefully it just goes away. If it doesn't go away, they're going to give you a notice, likely, that your benefits will be terminated within 30 to 60 days. That's what we're seeing. It happens quick. So at that point in time, you need to be prepared to fight it. So the challenge is with fighting it is you're basically in a legal situation just like you are when you go through to get approved for your Social Security disability benefits. And we will continue to publish information on this channel about what you can do to address that. But what we do have for our members at the Disability Digest is we have a benefit protection program that we are enrolling people in. Not everybody qualifies for it. So if you're a member here and you're not in it yet, you can certainly ask us about it or join us as a member and ask. And what that protection service does is, for no charge, we help you with the legal aspects of your continuing disability review. And so you don't have to. It's the same process that we use to help people get approved. Our legal team will get involved and they'll help you get your doctor's support. We'll get your medical records. We'll review them. We'll send a brief in to Social Security. We do all of that stuff to make it go away. No guarantees it's going to go away, but we do that. So those are some of the steps that you can do, some of the common questions. And I guess the best message I have to you is you cannot control when you're going to be reviewed, or really if you're going to be reviewed. Hopefully you won't. But just do your best, put everything in place that you can control, right? Treatment, earnings, course, stay tuned here. If the benefit protection program is something of interest to you, then contact us and we can give you, an overview about how that works. So I hope you find this helpful. Our goal is to help you keep your benefits and maximize your benefits here at the Disability Digest. Make it a great day. Stay tuned for more.